Vivian, I'll tell you what more I want. I want to be the first TEDx Women Hong Kong speaker, and I got it. Thank you. So I love this topic first because, I think I'm selected here because I'm someone who loves and enjoy being first. But I guess first really means a lot of things, like different things to different people. So what I want to do is today is no big theory or anything, but really personal experiences of what first means to me, how you can be first, why I want to be first, and it's not for everybody. So what type of people best suits to be first? So I want to start with this. Is 2 months ago, TEDx selected these 100 most influential women in advertising, women who have helped change the future in the past and maybe the present and also the future. So, but interestingly, they classified women into 10 categories. So, for example, there's pioneers like Martha Stewart, who was the first human brand, and she's very successful with TV shows, magazines, and whatever. There is innovators like Coco Chanel, who redefined the way a woman should dress. There is torchbearers like Evelyn Lauder, apart from her famous cosmetic brand. She also is very famous for the pink ribbon for cancer. And then there is innovators like the one who took a Facebook IPO, and et cetera, et cetera. So they're like torchbearers and whatever. But also Oprah Winfrey. And she's classified under groundbreakers. As you know, she is one of the most famous talk show hosts for the last 25 years, but she started her own TV network recently called OWN. So I was really honored to be among these, one of the 100, the only Asian woman. And I was wondering, okay, what are they classifying me? What am I? And actually, I found myself under groundbreakers. So what are really, thank you. But what are groundbreakers? What do we have in common that we can share some insights here? And Oprah said something I thought is interesting. She said it's all about alignment. Figure out what you want and really what you're deeply passionate about and follow it through. So I thought, that's pretty true. That's what I do all my life. So I've been in my business for over 30-something years. I really still love it. A lot of people complain about advertising industry and the sunset industry and so on. So I thought that, no, I just want to reinvent myself, and through this process, hopefully reinvent the industry. And I think groundbreakers may not be the first to invent things. We're not original inventors, but we can create things, And what we want to do is make things that are different in the marketplace to make a difference. So I kind of count, what have I done, So I've done actually a lot of startups in the past. But I don't think actually startups are that significant because, I started the first media agency, but then very soon, there's merger and acquisitions. I got overtaken by bigger agencies. But remember, there are always things that people can never overtake you, things that you have done. So I started TV ratings research in China, and because no one wants to take that first step. So these are things that you can't be overcome, and you learn from each process. I started Interactive at that time, pulled Vivian out from Australia, and let's do this. Don't be an IT person, you're wasting your time. And then internet advertising in those days. But again, I thought I can be rich with internet advertising in 2000. Well, no, actually everything is free. So I didn't get the profit I want, but what I learned is that through introducing the concept of ad serving, how do you state it? Things can be tracked, which then leads me to think about, what about doing CRM? How come the IT people don't talk to marketing people, and there's a booming industry in the auto industry? Can we link all this together and do some lead management system and whatsoever? So I think it's about one leading to another. You don't stop there. And of course, my biggest break is when I start my own agency like Oprah in 2005. I thought, why don't we have an agency network in China and not in the United States? And so on and so forth, the social media. But I think the point is, groundbreakers can't stop. So you're always looking at what's next. But at the end of the day, I was thinking, what motivates groundbreakers? I meet up with a lot of entrepreneurs in China. And I think the one thing that we have, a few things in common, two things maybe, is that it's all about belief. Because we all believe, for some reason or another, that we see something somebody else hasn't yet. And it's got to happen. We can make a change. We can make a difference. The problem with this is that you usually see something and nobody else agree with you. Because if they all agree with you, everybody was doing it already. You're the first one to do it. So you really have to have strong conviction versus all the skeptics around you and pursue what you think. And I think the key also is that we see opportunities all the time. We don't see risk. We see everything is a big opportunity. And it's all linked up, and all the opportunities are linked together. So each one open up new doors. It's not an end in itself. And I guess the whole thing about groundbreakers, I can summarize in this word: play to win. It's not just about being first, it's about winning in the market. And I highlight play is because you got to enjoy what you're doing. It's a continuous process. And if you don't enjoy it, you won't do it. And I think this concept, then how do you win? I actually got quite a bit of insight from my daughter, who is actually a short track speed skater. She's in the first because she's the first one to go into the Winter Olympics in 2002. Now, I spent years, over 10 years, cold ice rings and whatsoever. Now she's a retired skater already. But is that all a waste? No. I learned a lot from the Chinese skating team. By the way, women always excel men in short track speed skating. Men never make it to the goals. Women always do. And what I find is, you know how they win a race, particularly in the long race, like the 1,500 meter and 3,000 meter race. If you're the first with the pistol, when you go rush first, you usually is not the first. Usually is those who are second or third, because you're very much against the wind speed. Then they would gather their strength, and suddenly, at the right time, the right moment, leap forward, and then become first. So my learning from this is, in order to be first, be second and then first. So don't rush out the door first. And there's a lot of examples, like, I'm not the first to start social media, but I thought, I can wait and see what's really there. Oh, there's an opportunity there in China. Nobody's really doing it. Learn from the West, and then you do something, and then you hit and do it right away. Now, I really admire this entrepreneurial woman because she is very famous. I don't know if you know her, called Known for Properties. She is the richest woman, according to Hu Ren, the self-made woman, until 2 months ago, because she was divorced, and she has to give away 20 billion out of her 339 billion to her husband. Okay, but nevertheless, I met her about 8 years ago. Very understated woman, very warm. And property tycoons don't have a good image, right? They are all fast making money all the time. But she is different. She knows how to customize, and she go after really high-end property. She's into everything, as you can see, commercial, luxury. But she took her time, 5 to 6 years in her home base in Chongqing. Every little detail she refined to the finest. That became a model of success. So when she rose out nationally, right away, she became the leading and number one. So is this second then first? I mean, she didn't go out to do that right away, but she really refined everything. And this is the thing about women, very meticulous. But when they do it, they can do it with great speed and determination. The other thing I think about women is that you got to harness your power. We have all the power. We're very, very good at that. And I believe those who understand the 9 characteristics, I think, I don't know which number you are, but I took this test, and I'm told I'm number 8 here. But my friend who do a lot of leadership training come up with this chart I thought was really good, is we make it into Asian theory. Huh? So it's the power of wisdom, the power of people, and you can say the power of courage. And I think women are stronger than men in all of these. Particularly for groundbreakers, of course, you have to be analytical, you have to be creative, but that doesn't really make you a groundbreaker. The other twos do. So I think we're very good, and particularly women, in the power of people. Because when you want to start something, you need to convince your investors, the people around you, your partners, they have to follow your dream when the dream is far from being real. So you really need to touch them. Women particularly are good because, people like me, we're very non-threatening, right? We are very warm. So you get people to easily follow you. Okay, we come along, and create the empathy. The other thing I think is even more important is the power of change. Because I think that groundbreakers particularly, and women as well, we are not afraid to take risks. Because you can analyze things to death. And the problem is, why it doesn't happen? It's because you keep thinking about it, you keep calculating your risk, and you never do anything. So we go out and do it first. And women have less baggage than men. So I really think we have all the advantage here. We don't have social baggage. Well, we lose, we lose. I always have this attitude. So what? Go out and do it first. So we believe what we do. We're not afraid to take risks, and we go out and do it as we learn. So my next learning about, in this case, is really when you're a groundbreaker, you want to be first, it's all about we, getting everybody to come on with you and pursue your dream with you, and not just about me. So to summarize, what I think my learning about first is that why do I want to do it? Because it opens up ample opportunities, lots and lots of opportunities. How you do it is, well, you don't rush out to be first. It is not necessary. Think through it, really learn from all these people, and create something new to make a difference. Then you can become first. Then you can leapfrog. And finally, it's really about empowerment. It's about getting groups of people together. So it's really about we and not me. So I would like to end up with this quote here from a very bestseller. Okay, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. I think a very good quote from Oprah Winfrey, a groundbreaker. She said, don't accept defeat because you have made mistakes. Life will always be better. There will always be a better tomorrow if you continue on. So I really believe first is a continuous journey. You continue on and you pursue your dreams, and you will always get there. Thank you.